Echoes of the Crown, Nepal's royal heritage. Nepal's story is deeply tied to its kings. The history of this beautiful Himalayan nation is a tapestry woven with the threads of royal legacies, battles, and cultural evolution. The Shah dynasty most famously shaped the nation we see today. Their influence is evident in the very fabric of Nepalese society, from its political structure to its cultural norms. They worked tirelessly to unify small scattered kingdoms into the single country of Nepal. This monumental task required not just military might but also diplomatic finesse and strategic marriages. This long and significant royal history is a core part of Nepal's identity. The palaces and ceremonies of the past still echo in the present, reminding us of a time when kings ruled with both power and grace. Many ancient traditions and diverse cultural practices are closely linked to the era of kings. Festivals, dances, and rituals often have their roots in royal patronage and the cultural amalgamation that the kings encouraged. For many Nepali people, the king was more than just a ruler. He was a central figure in their lives and beliefs. The monarch was a symbol of stability and continuity in a rapidly changing world. The monarch was often seen as a divine figure by the populace. This divine status was not just a matter of political convenience but was deeply ingrained in the spiritual and cultural fabric of the nation. People commonly believed that the king was an earthly incarnation of Lord Vishnu, a principal deity in Hinduism. This belief elevated the king's status to that of a god, making his word law and his presence sacred. This belief gave the monarchy immense respect and powerful authority. Royal processions were grand events, drawing crowds from all corners of the kingdom, eager to catch a glimpse of their divine ruler. It also played a crucial role in holding together a country with many different ethnic groups and cultures. The king was a unifying figure, a common thread that bound the diverse tapestry of Nepalese society. The crown became a potent symbol of national unity and continuity. It represented not just the monarchy but the very essence of Nepalese identity and pride. Important national festivals and public holidays often revolved around the royal family. These events were not just celebrations but were also opportunities for the people to connect with their royal heritage. Prithvi Narayan Shah is a key figure in this royal history. His vision and leadership were instrumental in shaping the modern state of Nepal. His campaigns during the 18th century successfully brought together various principalities, creating the country's approximate borders as they are known now. His military strategies and diplomatic skills were unparalleled. This powerful legacy is taught in schools across Nepal and remembered with national pride. The story of Prithvi Narayan Shah is a source of inspiration for generations of Nepali people. Even today, his statues stand prominently in important public places. These monuments serve as a reminder of his contributions and the enduring legacy of the Shah dynasty. However, royal rule was not always a golden age for everyone. There were periods of dissent and unrest as people sought more equitable governance and personal freedoms. Over time, desires for more personal freedom and democratic rights grew stronger, setting the stage for big changes in Nepal's future. The move towards democracy was a significant shift, reflecting the evolving aspirations of the Nepali people. The dawn of the Republic, a nation transformed. The shift from an ancient kingdom to a modern republic was not sudden. It was a gradual process that took years of effort and determination from the people of Nepal. It was a long and difficult journey, filled with struggle and sacrifice. The people of Nepal faced numerous challenges and obstacles along the way. People in Nepal gradually started demanding more democratic rights. They wanted a say in how their country was governed and were no longer willing to accept absolute monarchy. The panchayat system, a partyless political system controlled by the monarch, faced growing opposition. This system, which had been in place for decades, was increasingly seen as outdated and undemocratic. Several popular movements rose up pushing for political reform. These movements were driven by a desire for greater freedom and representation. A major turning point was the 1990 People's Movement. This movement brought together people from all walks of life, united in their demand for change. This uprising forced King Birendra to accept a constitutional monarchy. It was a significant step towards democracy, but the journey was far from over. Political parties, banned for decades, became active again. They began to play a crucial role in shaping the future of the nation. The king's absolute powers were reduced, and a multi-party parliamentary system was established. This was a monumental change in the political landscape of Nepal. The tragic royal massacre in June 2001 shocked the nation. It was a dark chapter in Nepal's history that left the country in mourning. King Birendra and almost his entire family were killed. This event created a power vacuum and led to a period of uncertainty and instability. This event weakened public trust in the monarchy. People began to question the relevance and role of the monarchy in modern Nepal. King Gyanendra's decision in February 2005 to take absolute power was extremely unpopular. It sparked widespread protests and further eroded the monarchy's legitimacy. This led to the Second People's Movement in April 2006, known as Jana Andolan II. The movement was marked by massive protests and clashes with the authorities. Major political parties and Maoist insurgents united against the king's rule. This unlikely alliance was instrumental in the success of the movement. After 19 days of protests, the king relinquished power. It was a moment of triumph for the people of Nepal, who had fought tirelessly for their rights. In May 2008, the newly elected Constituent Assembly abolished the 240-year-old Shah monarchy, declaring Nepal a federal democratic republic. This marked the beginning of a new era for the nation, one filled with hope and possibilities. Stirrings of the past, the monarchist murmur. After Nepal became a republic, many citizens hoped for quick progress. However, the early years of the republic were challenging. Political parties struggled to agree on a new constitution. Governments changed frequently, leading to policy inconsistencies. This created frustration and disappointment among some people. Amidst this political flux, some voices began to call for a return to the past. Small groups and individuals expressed pro-monarchy sentiments. They argued that the country was more stable under the king's rule. These groups organized small demonstrations, testing public reaction. They highlighted the theme of national unity, saying the king was a unifying figure. Former King Gyanendra occasionally made public appearances, drawing crowds. These events kept the idea of monarchy alive in public discussion. May 29, 2025 holds particular significance as Nepal's Republic Day. Any monarchist activity around this date would be highly symbolic and politically charged. While no official plans for a comeback have been announced, the idea continues to stir political debate. The issue remains alive in the public consciousness, generating strong emotions. The People's Pulse, views on a royal return. Nepali society holds diverse opinions regarding the monarchy. Many people, especially those who participated in democratic movements, support the republican system. They remember the struggles and sacrifices made to achieve democracy. For them, returning to a monarchy is unthinkable and regressive. They believe in the power of the people and their elected representatives. However, some people feel disillusioned with the current state of affairs. They cite issues like corruption, political infighting, and slow economic development. For them, the monarchy might seem like a more stable alternative. Support for, or opposition to a royal return varies across demographics. Some older people might remember the monarchy with nostalgia. Younger generations have grown up under the republican system and have different perspectives. Social media platforms have become a space for these debates. Opinions about the monarchy and the republic are shared freely, often with great passion. Pro-monarchy and pro-republic voices frequently clash online. Surveys and public discussions reveal a complex picture of public sentiment. There is no single, unified voice on this matter. The issue remains contested and capable of generating strong emotions. The future political path of Nepal rests with its people. Crossroads of history, Nepal's path forward. Nepal, a land of stunning landscapes and rich cultural heritage, stands at a pivotal moment in its history. The possibility of the monarchy making a comeback is a serious topic. This discussion is not just about a political shift but a profound transformation that could redefine the nation's identity. It involves looking deeply into Nepal's history, cultural identity, and current political realities. The monarchy, once a symbol of unity and tradition, now stands as a contentious issue. The path to reinstating the monarchy would be complex and challenging. It would require navigating through a labyrinth of political, legal, and social obstacles. It would require overcoming substantial legal, constitutional, and political hurdles. The current legal framework is designed to support a federal democratic republic. The present constitution firmly establishes Nepal as a federal democratic republic. This foundation is a result of years of struggle and aspirations for a more inclusive governance system. Reinstating the monarchy would require a constitutional amendment. This is no small feat and would demand a significant political consensus. This process requires a two-thirds majority vote in the national parliament. Achieving such a majority is a daunting task, given the current political landscape. Currently, none of the major political parties support a return to a monarchical system. The political will to revert to monarchy is virtually non-existent. A widespread public movement demanding this change would also be necessary. The voice of the people would need to be loud and clear, echoing through the streets and halls of power. The implications of a royal comeback would be immense. It would not only alter the political landscape, but also impact social and economic structures. It could alter Nepal's system of governance, foreign relations, and internal social dynamics. The ripple effects would be felt across every aspect of Nepalese life. Supporters believe it could bring stability and national unity. They argue that a monarchy could serve as a unifying figurehead in times of political turmoil. Opponents fear it could mean a return to autocracy and a suppression of democratic freedoms. They worry that the hard-won democratic rights could be eroded. The future political path of Nepal rests with its people. The citizens' voices and choices will ultimately shape the nation's destiny. The ongoing discussion about the monarchy is part of Nepal's democratic journey. It reflects the dynamic and evolving nature of Nepalese society. The desire for good governance, peace, and prosperity is universal among Nepalese. These aspirations drive the nation's political discourse and actions. Today, just days before another Republic Day, the Republic stands, but the whispers of the past continue to echo, reminding the nation it stands at a crossroads. The choices made now will resonate through generations to come.